call back. Bah, bah. Honestly, I thought it was cool, and with the tiny house, I saved so much money. That's really it. I was looking at how much apartment costs were, and it was at least, you know, $500, $600. So that was kind of the main inspiration for me. I think my total cost of living per month is about $300 with electric, internet, all of that. I actually started building this last December over winter break, and I built it till about March. It's super time consuming, way more time consuming than I would have anticipated from the start. I just really needed to focus on school, and this was getting in the way. You'd have problems where it wasn't waterproof and it was raining, and because it was raining, it was destroying the interior and rotting the wood, which you cannot have. Like, it has to be completely waterproof, which is actually a huge thing, is waterproofing this thing. And at the same time, I'd have a school assignment. So it's like, do I let my floor rot or do I do my school assignment? And that was really hard. I just kind of stopped because it was so exhausting until I got into a place where it was livable and it was fine. And I'll probably start building on it again soon. Well, my dad's a roofing architect. He's built tons of things. He built our house, which is like a 4,000 square foot house. Just a super experienced builder. He actually gave me the outside peel and stick, the roof cover, and all the insulation for free. You want cold air to stay in and you want to keep the warm air out. So this type of peel and stick is specifically for that. I got a lot of help, obviously, from my dad, and I had experienced craftsman Mike help me with a lot of the building process. As you know, it's a two-person process. You're gonna always need somebody while you're laying a beam to hold the other end of the beam and nail it in. It's really hard. You can't do that on your own. My dad always wanted to make it more than I wanted to make it. He's flashy. He's known as the guy in the roofing architecture world. He builds the Cadillac of a roof. He always builds the most indestructible thing possible, no matter how much work it takes. He gave me the whole design. The entire time I was like, Dad, do we really have to do this? Like, we're pretty much building this for the apocalypse, you know? Like, I don't think the tiny house. And he's like, yes, we're gonna do it this way. So that's really where my dad came in. The pop-up that allows me to have extra room in the loft, that was my idea, but he really kind of helped push me to go in that direction. That actually moves up, and because the legal driving height is 13.5, so when you're at a spot, you can raise the roof and you have extra room for your head to move around in your loft. That was all really cool to design, but in hindsight, I don't know if I would recommend it. Because every little extra thing that you put into building a tiny house that's special is gonna be more money and more time. Time is precious, and it's a lot more work than I thought. Pretty much it's just cosmetic right now. So what I have left is I have to do all the siding. I have to do the trim around all the windows. On the inside, I have to do all of the flooring still. I have to do all the walls. I kind of, with the shower, I just tiled it really quickly. I didn't finish cleaning it up or anything like that, so it's waterproof. Because like I said, waterproofing is a huge thing. So I have to redo the bathroom. I live in my house a lot. Honestly, my tiny house has high roofs and is 300 square feet. I never feel claustrophobic. With regards to throwing a party, other people can deal with where they go. I would never design my house specifically for throwing a tiny party because that's such a small part of my life. I'm super comfortable in my tiny house. I got a lot of space. I've had friends over all the time. It's never an issue. Eventually what I'd like to do is I'd like to buy a house and add this on as a guest house because it is a really cool area to have, or maybe like a man cave or something like that. Have you ever seen Old School? Will Ferrell's this frat guy, and they're doing this academic challenge where they're all answering questions, and Will Ferrell gets on stage and he gives a great answer and everyone's like, wow, what happened? He said, I don't know, I blacked out. That's kind of how I feel about this, because I started a project and once you start you can't stop, so I just plowed through it until I got there. And that's one thing I think people should know when it comes to tiny house is once you start, you can't stop. There's no stopping it. So you need to really be prepared before you build something like this. You know, it's not just a fun project, like you're stuck with it. So, But I don't regret it. I saved tons of money. I like it. It was hard to get through. It's a cool place.